Welcome everybody to Wrestling Rampage here. Today we are going to do a two-part series on our predictions or our opinions who should be in the WWE Hall of Fame of the class of 2016 next year. And what we're going to do is compare our notes. Maybe somebody that we mentioned might get in this year. Well, next year when the Hall of Fame induction ceremony comes about. Our first inductee, hold on before we get started here. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestlingRampage, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wrestling Rampage. Our first inductee for the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2016 is Andy Kaufman. And Andy Kaufman's accomplishments, some of them, of course, he is the self-proclaimed intergender champion, wrestling champion, of course. And he had a iconic David Letterman show where in 1982 where Lawler slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah, and that was the top 100 moments in the history of television.
Yeah, because nobody in the 80s seen that coming. You never really seen anybody brawl on TV before, except for wrestling, of course. And also, Andy Kaufman died from lung cancer, May 16th, 1984.
But I think he should be the celebrity one,
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
He really did good in Memphis. I remember he wanted to go to the WWF, but they didn't want him.
WCW didn't want him either.
So, I mean NWA.
Well, NWA at the time.
Yeah.
But that is that's actually our celebrity wing portion of the WWE Hall of Fame. Even in Memphis, this is one thing you gotta give Andy Kaufman credit for. He didn't get paid in Memphis. His checks that he got, he actually kept and framed them and put them in his room.
Yeah, he did until his old ass daddy had to collect them settlements.
Yeah, his dad.
Yeah, his old ass daddy had to. He wanted that $3,000.
Yes.
I hope you burn in hell, you old bastard.
He made about $3,000 in Memphis, and he kept them as trophies because he loved wrestling that much.
Well, yeah, but his old ass daddy wanted that money. What, he couldn't afford his pacemaker? I don't know.
Well,
you old bag of bones.
That was our first inductee in the class of 2016. Our second is legendary Memphis announcer Lance Russell. He has done announcing in Memphis from 1959 to 1997. 38 years of professional wrestling announcing. Later on, he would do more with other indie promotions. He also worked as an announcer in WCW from 1989 to 1992, and also did some Smoky Mountain announcing in 95. And he was also in the movie Man on the Moon, about Andy Kaufman's life, with Jim Carrey being Andy Kaufman.
The funny thing is that Man on the Moon, you got Jim Ross doing the announcing, you got Lance Russell in the ring.
Yeah, it should have been the other way around. But, what were your thoughts on Lance Russell?
He should be in there. He's like Gordon Solie and Jim Ross. Them are the top three. Gordon Solie, Lance Russell, Jim Ross. Them are the top three announcers.
Now, I do know in 2007, when Jerry Lawler was getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, he was wanting Lance Russell to induct him in the Hall of Fame.
Well, you got to leave it to Beaver Kevin Dunn. Those fucking beaver teeth chopping on wood. Saying, no one gonna know who. Yes.
So that's why they got Priceline or Price Mart or whatever that fucking commercial William Shatner does.
Yeah, he got Spock from Star Trek or fucking whatever the fuck he was.
Captain
Star
Kirk.
Trek. I don't fucking know. I didn't watch Star Trek in the 70s or the 80s. No one gave a fuck about Star Trek. So, and no one gave a fuck about William Shatner's career either.
We do hope that Lance Russell gets inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but everyone's going to know who William Shatner is.
Our third inductee in the class of 2016 is the Honky Tonk Man, a 4-time AWA Southern Tag Team Champion, a 3-time Stampede International Tag Team Champion, a 1-time Stampede North American Heavyweight Champion, WWC Caribbean Heavyweight Champion, and a 1-time WWF Intercontinental Champion with the longest reign to date of 15 months.
Yeah, I think the Honky Tonk Man deserves it. If you got Greg Valentine in there, why don't you put Honky Tonk Man in there too? Fuck, Honky Tonk Man's better than Greg.
He sounds better than him too.
Yeah, and at least Honky Tonk Man will show up for your bookings. Hey, old Greg won't.
Honky Tonk Man had some great feuds over the years.
Yeah, Randy Savage, Brutus Beefcake. I didn't give a fuck about Brutus, but and then he made
Warrior.
the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. He made the Warrior. You know, there's just a bunch of different things that he's done over the years, and I think he does deserve it. I heard that he almost got in, but he turned it down.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is, but you know, that's what we're gonna go with that. Our fourth inductee is a tag team, the Rock and Roll Express, which is Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton, and they are a 2-time AWA Southern Tag Team Champion, a 4-time NWA World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, a 3-time Mid-South Tag Team Champion, a 2-time USWA Tag Team Champions, and a staggering Smoky Mountain Tag Team Champion with 10-time reigns underneath their belt. What do you think?
You said Smoky Mountain, right?
Yeah, Smoky Mountain.
Well, who do they have in Smoky Mountain?
Well, I mean, it was a territory for WWE at the time, a farm developmental.
Like, who gave a fuck about White Lightning?
Tim Horner ain't on the list.
You know he'll never be in a Hall of Famer. But Rock and Roll Express.
Well, you had the Heavenly Bodies.
Yeah.
And
can't forget Well Done. Yeah. Oh man.
But well, this is about the Rock and Roll Express. You know, you can't really deny their
Rock and Roll Express. Yeah, they deserve to get in there, but I'm not a big Rock and Roll Express fan, as you like to say.
You're a Midnight Express fan.
Yeah.
With Jim Cornette, which I'm surprised that they're not in. Or one of them at least.
That's just not me, but yeah, they could be in there.
Rock and Roll Express had great feuds with the Midnight Express, of course.
But I just didn't like how Vince. Well, I don't know. You know, I don't know if they'll let them in or not because Vince McMahon don't know who they are. You don't know which one's Ricky Morton or which one's Robert Gibson.
Well, they wrestled in the WWF. They had some feuds with.
Don't forget the Headbangers.
The Headbangers, the Heavenly Bodies, the Midnight Express. They had the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, I gotta admit, Rick, the Rock and Roll Express deserved to get in there, but I just wasn't a fan. Let's just say that. But they deserve it.
Yes, they do. And our last one for this video, we're going to be posting another one with a part 2. We're doing 9 inductees. This is our 5th one, and we got 4 more coming in the next video. This one's our 5th and final one for part 1. Vader. With him being a 2-time Triple Crown Heavyweight Champion, a 3-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion, a 1-time IWGP Tag Team Champion, a 1-time WCW United States Champion, and a 3-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Vader.
I think Vader should get in there. He was supposed to win the WWF title.
Supposed to. Yes, I agree with you. Yes.
Supposed to, but Sean with his fucking pill popping ass had to ruin it, which is true.
I agree.
He can deny it all he wants to, Sean. You were a prick. Like CM Punk said, oh, well, me and you are a lot alike. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't do drugs anymore. Yeah, anymore, Sean. But Vader deserves to get in. He even teamed with Bam Bam Bigelow in Japan, and they were the IWGP Tag Team Champions at one time. He had great matches with Sting in WCW.
Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric Flair. He even had good matches with The Undertaker when they were having...
he was mentored by WWE Hall of Famer Harley Race in WCW.
Yeah, Harley Race helped him a lot. And then when he came to WWF, he was getting over good.
Yes, he was. You have to admit that.
He was getting over really good.
Until late 97.
Until he came in 97 and 98. They're like, Vader, you're going to job. We're going to call you Jobber Vader. He lost to guys that I know he could have beaten. Come on, Bradshaw in 98. Come on, he's Blackjack. Come on now. But Vader, yeah, he deserves to get in there.
Vader time. But
Vader time.
But before we go, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestleRampage2. Follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And before we go, make sure this is the part 1 video of the Hall of Fame 2016.
Yeah, make sure you watch that part 2.
Don't miss out on part 2. We got more and more legends coming.